This is the second part of our Eastern Conference prediction video. In the last video, we left off discussing why the Indiana Pacers are the 5th seed in our minds. We'll start this video with Mo discussing his 4th seed in the East.
Our 4 seed is different, so I'm going to talk about your 4 seed.
I have the Sixers. Yeah, I understand. Sixers got better. I don't see that. I don't think they got
had
better.
an interesting offseason. We won't say better or worse.
I know I don't have Miami making the playoffs, but don't get me wrong, Jimmy Butler is an amazing player. They lost Jimmy Butler. They lost Redick off the bench. Redick would carry the load in the final 2 minutes, especially because Ben Simmons isn't a good shooter. Joel Embiid would be getting locked up by Horford or whoever was the opposing center.
Well, now you have Horford.
Now they have Horford, which is a plus.
Horford was the best defender that
Yeah.
Joel Embiid would see every so often last season. So I think, as I mentioned before, Horford coming to the Sixers is a huge plus.
So they lost Redick, they lost Butler, they gained Richardson, which I don't think he has proven himself yet. Ben Simmons, I don't think he's proven himself yet.
Ben Simmons hasn't, but he has to now because $170 million extension. Please.
Yeah. That's exactly why I have him at 4. I just don't
shoot the ball this year.
I
mean, it's really not even that hard. You see Joel Embiid. DeMarcus Cousins can shoot a 3 better than you. Boogie Cousins, bro. I just don't understand how
Alonzo Ball can shoot better than Ben Simmons.
point guard and you can't shoot. You look at the 3-point line like it's a Chucky doll or an Annabelle. You're scared of it. You don't want to attempt a 3. Now, this is all an argument for you as why they're 4. I have him at 2. I might as well just give him that argument now. This is a regular season prediction video. I don't think this is a really great playoff team. I don't. I think they could make it far in the playoffs, but I don't think they're built for the playoffs. You lose J.J. Redick, who was an outstanding off the screen, create his own shot, 3-point maker that was just lethal. I mean,
one of the best shooters in the NBA.
Yeah, you lose Jimmy Butler, who I thought was probably their most. I can't say that because I like Joel Embiid a lot, but Jimmy Butler was one of their most aggressive players. Tough, really strong player last year for him. You bring in Josh Richardson, like you said, he's unproven. He really is. Young player from Miami last year, had a good season. I think this is his breakout year. He's a defensive stopper in some eyes. I think he's going to be a really good defensive player. You add that to a defensive lineup that's already Joel Embiid, who's such a massive force already. Al Horford was finally going to be playing a true position of power forward and letting Embiid do the center work. I have him at 2. I think in the playoffs they might not live up to the 2 seed, but I think in the regular season they can find a way to win on a nightly basis, unlike who you have at 2, the Toronto Raptors. I have them at 4. You have the Toronto Raptors at 2.
The Toronto Raptors, honestly, it's a shock to me. And
they were a 2 seed last year, so even though you lose Kawhi, you keep them at the same position.
A couple of weeks ago, we found out that the Thunder were willing to trade Russell Westbrook and Paul George for Pascal Siakam, and I think there were other things in the
Pascal,
in the deal.
Kyle, and some picks.
Pascal was the main target in the deal.
Yeah.
They were willing to trade an MVP and a potential Defensive Player of the Year award winner. That's when they know Pascal Siakam he's a good young player. He averaged 20 points per game last year. Kyle Lowry averaged about 16 and 10 last year. Fred VanVleet didn't really show up in the regular season, but he did in the playoffs. And if you could show up in the playoffs, or not the regular season, you could definitely try to
make that lead
convert it. Yeah. And I don't think they'll get as many wins as they did last year, like 56, 57. They may get like 52, 50.
Yeah, you might see a drop in wins, but
but
it's the Eastern Conference. They got weaker in general.
The Toronto definitely they have a lot of good young talent, and they got OG back.
Yeah, they're bringing back OG Anunoby. Now this is my argument for them at 4. You were at 2 seed last year. You could have been 1. Kawhi didn't play all the games, obviously. But now you lose Kawhi. He was your leader. He was your best player by far. And I don't think the teams around you kind of got. I don't want to say better because I have Philly at 2 and Boston at 3 ahead of them. So I think Toronto, in general, they lose. They lose Kawhi, and that's the only reason I have them lower. I think if you kept Kawhi, they're the 1 seed. They just are. But with this lineup that they have here, Fred VanVleet, like you said, unproven in the regular season. I think this year is the year for him. I think Toronto, unlike Philadelphia, I think that's a playoff team, not so much a regular season team. I think they might have a good postseason. I really do. You have Marc Gasol, who's experienced now. He has that belt, title under his belt. So I think Toronto's going to be a good team. I just think the East got better while Toronto kind of took a step back by losing Kawhi. Even though they're defending world champs, when you lose a player, look what Cleveland did. 2016, they were the NBA champions. 2 years later, the worst team in the East almost, fighting for the number 1 lottery pick. So it can happen. when you have a top 3 player in the NBA leaving, it depends on what you do next season. It's up in the air because we don't know. So at 3, we both have the Boston Celtics. Do you want to talk about them for a minute?
I'm not a Celtics fan at all.
Jackson.
But shout out Young Driver. But I do respect what they're doing. Wow. They, in my opinion, they had the best draft success out of anyone in the whole thing. They got Romeo Langford. They got a steal in Carson Edwards.
And unsigned, top of all.
They got Grant Williams, good shooter from Tennessee. They got Taco Fall to a 10-day, and they're probably going to sign him.
Yep.
They signed Enes Kanter as a center. They got Kemba Walker in replaces Kyrie Irving. And they still got Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, Tatum. Like, the Celtics are a very good young team.
The only thing they lost is Kyrie Rozier.
Kyrie and Rozier. They lost Rozier, but Rozier's getting paid too much
Yeah.
with Charlotte. He's getting paid $29 a year.
Yeah.
Kyrie, we already know what we saw with Kyrie on the Celtics. Kemba, young face, young guy.
Kemba is hungry to win.
Yeah,
He
Kemba's
spent his entire career in Charlotte. Now he was the franchise leading scorer, and he's the best player Charlotte has ever had.
Yeah.
He's coming to a franchise that's known for winning titles. There's never been pressure on Kemba to win because he's never been with a franchise that's won it.
And he's never had
Boston Celtics are the most storied franchise, other than the Lakers possibly, in NBA history. That's a debate for another day. And you're coming to Boston now with expectations. So I really think Kemba Walker is an MVP sleeper. I think he could be that MVP pick.
And he's surrounded
With a lot of young
teammates.
talent. Jason Tatum in the 2017-18 NBA playoffs went off. Jaylen Brown, who still I think can get better than he already is. He's already a great piece. And just in general, you lose. We also forgot to mention they lost Al Horford.
Yeah.
Now, that was it was kind of a shock for Boston. I think they weren't expecting that. But Enes Kanter isn't the best replacement for Al Horford, but he'll make up for it.
He's a better rebounder than Al Horford.
Yeah.
He may not be a better shot blocker than everything.
Enes Kanter recently came out and said he wanted to be the reason no one else wears number 11.
Yeah,
That's a shout out to Kyrie. So I really like Enes Kanter's personality. What a great guy. He's just
Faster during the playoffs.
Fast during the playoffs. He's opposing the Turkish dictator, and I think he's a great piece for young people to look up to in the NBA. He's a great guy. I love him. So I have Boston at 3, right behind Philadelphia. Kind of already gave my argument for them. You gave the argument for Toronto at 2. So we both have the same number 1 seed. I think that's the best way to wrap up the video.
Yep.
Without saying their name, last year's number 1 seed, MVP players on Milwaukee Bucks, led by Giannis Antetokounmpo, re-signed Chris Middleton. You lose Malcolm Brogdon, Nikola Mirotic. You still have Bledsoe. You bring in Horford just signed today. You still
Yeah,
have
they bring in
you
Robin
now
Lopez.
have the Lopez brothers there.
Yeah.
I really do like this lineup. It's a regular season built team, and I think it's a team built for the playoffs as well. I think this year they were 2 games away from the finals last year, and it kind of fell apart. I think this year they pushed past those 2 games. I think the Milwaukee Bucks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they make it to the NBA Finals. This team was the best team in the Eastern Conference last year. I think even though they took a step back without Brogdon and losing Mirotic, I think they gained it in some other places, and I think this is the year for them to finally push past the Eastern Conference Finals and get to where they want to be. Giannis said, "Please don't call me the MVP until I win a championship." I think we'll be calling him MVP next season.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's back-to-back MVP.
Yeah, I mean, a Finals championship is a long shot for Milwaukee because that Western Conference opponent, whoever it is going to be tough. We know it's probably the Lakers and the Clippers, and we haven't seen them beat Kawhi when it matters. And Giannis isn't the best player in the league, even though he won MVP. This year, he could be. He can take that step forward, and I think there's a lot of room for him to. I think people are looking forward to watching Milwaukee this year and seeing can they make that leap forward, and I truly think they can. I think they're going to the finals, and that's why I have them at the number 1 seed. They're a regular season built team. Giannis doesn't take nights off. He's the guy that'll play 80, 81, 82 games. He won't be your LeBron and miss every once in a while. So I think this is a star that's hungry to win. He won't rest until he's won the championship. And I think he has a window now. He's a free agent in 2021. The next 2 seasons, he's got to push. And I think he's got a team around him, a supporting cast with a good head coach, just one coach of the year. I think this is the year for Milwaukee.
This is just our opinion for the Eastern Conference. If you guys have anything different or want to say anything in the comments, just let us know.
We didn't do this like we did for the Western Conference video. We're kind of switching it up. So real quick, I'm just going to run down the list. Detroit at 8, Miami at 7, Brooklyn 6, Indiana at 5, Toronto at 4, Boston 3, Philadelphia 2, and Milwaukee 1.
And for me, 8 through 1, I have the Hawks at 8, the Nets at 7, the Pistons at 6, the Pacers at 5, the Sixers at 4, the Celtics at 3, and the Raptors at 2, and finally the Bucks at 1.
So after you watch this video, comment down below your order, 8 through 1. We want to see how you guys differ, how you compare. Let's debate in the comments. I'm enjoying reading some of what you guys have to say. We haven't posted in a while, so I'm glad to get these 2 videos out. This is the 3rd video that's going to be out. So I'm really happy to have made this video. I wanted to do these playoff predictions for a while, and I think free agency is finally cooling down, so we were able to give our true and honest opinions on how these teams are going to look. And I'm excited to see in a couple months how this actually is compared to what we think about in real life. So thank you guys for watching as always. Next video coming shortly. Peace.